as I try to figure this out because there's no instructions. Sounds easy because it is kind of a universal thing. Well, today I'm gonna go ahead and make another little modification that I've been really wanting to make on the Mustang ever since I got the big brake kit, and this modification can accommodate this such addition. Installing high temperature air noodles for air to cool down the brakes. The brake ducts built into the front bumper, might as well use them. And I've got some plates that are just kind of more like universal to like a Mustang 2 front end, which is what I have. And but it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, I'm gonna take the wheels off, lift the car up, then take the wheels off. Then I'm going to basically just route high temperature air noodles from here to these plates that will mount to the spindle. Hopefully it is that easy. Okay. All right, so here's what we work with, and I think I've ran into a problem. However, I think it's actually me just overthinking it. It's not really going to be a problem. So I have consulted with an elder track rat guy that I know, engineering mindset and all that jazz. And I was thinking, I was like, I want to basically pipe this right up to here, if I possibly could. However, if you notice, as soon as this turns inward, this tube right here, it's going to get bunched up and crushed by all this linkage if it moves and I'm hitting a bump. Not to mention if a tire hits it, it's going to grab this material and it's just going to destroy it. So, my question to the elder track rat that I had consulted with is, I was like, hey, is there a benefit if I just like mount it like up here somewhere? You know what I mean? Just up here. Like, what if I just, like, boom. Like, dude, that might work. Because then, it's a shorter distance. It's still going to direct air to that center hat. Then I just have to worry about tire wheel clearance. So maybe on the other side of this thing, and I just bend like these tabs and like have a mount over here, and it just needs to just move air over here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then I can very easily manipulate this plate wherever I need to insert maybe some thread rivets here, just for ease of fasteners and mounting. So, because basically, as he told, the elder track rat had told me, was 90% of the work is just getting air directed into the area and into the wheel well. And it's, it's just even better if you can direct it to the center of the hat. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So I need 3-inch pipe clamps to clamp onto here, and then to clamp onto the hole, or this outside duct work. And I think this is going to be a nice quick little installation so that we can get some brake cooling mods for our nice new big brake setup. Alright, here's where we're at. We're going to need that drill, we're going to need those thread rivets, because we're going to make this work. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit shorter than what it seems to be. And then after mounting the wheel, I think we're gonna have this guy just come here. We're gonna have this guy kind of like somewhere like right here, and it's going to boom, just direct some nice gnarly forced air from that front vent hole right into toward that knuckle, and it's gonna be some kind of fun right there. So I've just cut out some brackets putting paint on them so that, you know, we can have a nice little install. And yeah, I think what I'll do is, I think in order to mount this, I might be bending these guys straight. Definitely going to be utilizing them because of the little, I basically got angle iron, cut them into small sections, and I'll use 2 of them. That way it firmly holds this in place in the direction I want it to be, and just not flimsy and won't fall out everywhere. But it'll probably just be mounted here. Now on the other side's going to be the same scenario. However, we have this battery tray right there, so it's going to mount just a little different, but kind of the same, because we're just trying to point air to this general direction. All right, so right out here, I have made some little bracketry that's going to kind of help hold those brake ducts kind of pointed at the rotor hat. A local hardware store, some stainless steel pipe clamps. These go up to like 3.5. I'm gonna need 3-inch for these guys, but yeah. So this will hold those down so they don't slip off. We need this guy to kind of like point, you know, point at that hat, so it goes like that, you know. I'm also just aiming it a little high because this is like fully drooped. We'll probably compress like 2-3 inches. So I need this guy to mount maybe back over here so that it'll really hold this plate in place. So yeah, so I need a mark. I need to put a mark on the plate itself, this plate, and kind of in here, because this was where I was kind of targeting for this guy to get mounted. So there it is. It's pretty solid, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, solid to the point where it holds the weight of the world. But now I need to put the wheel on and see if it fits or clears, you know. So if this turns as sharp as it can, ooh, as you can see, we will have plenty of clearance. Even if it goes up a little, it'll have some good clearance. Yeah, we'll clear that bad boy pretty good. All right, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but got my brake duct hole here, and then I just need to snake this guy in here. That's holding on. That's pretty good. So I just want to give you guys the grand tour. So as you can see, we have this mounted pretty firmly, and this goes to the front bumper duct, which is all right there. That's pretty good, and it's pretty nice and solid on there. This isn't really going to go anywhere. It don't feel like. Sorry. Yeah, this don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere, and that don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. So we now have brake ducts on the driver's side. So, brake ducts installed. Let's do a little bit of testing and see if we get airflow through this. Oh. Power. Yeah, that's definitely some flow. Definitely some flow there. So that's going to definitely help a lot. It's better than nothing. All right, so here we are at the passenger side of the car to install the brake duct over here, because we have. Whew, geez, finally. All right, I wasn't about to let you guys suffer through my struggle, but finally got dismounted. That was being a pain in the butt. I actually swapped out the hose for one of the other cutoffs that I had because it just was not coupling over there. Anyways, it's on now. Time to throw on the wheels, set it on the ground, and we're gonna call this one. Call this good. Well, a little bit of time, a little bit of thinking, a little bit of cussing. We got brake ducts on the car. They flow air to the rotor head nicely. So at least there will be some air getting there to kind of help cool it down. I can't spindle mount it because if I mount it on the spindle, when I turn full lock, the tubing will get caught up in the suspension or the end links or the control arms or a tire, and it'll just destroy it. So we have it funneling air into the wheel well. That'll help getting some nice fresh cool air as we go 100 plus down a straight into some turns or something like that, to get air to the front wheels or to the front brakes so that it cools it off. So, but that's going to be a wrap for this one. And if go ahead and leave a comment, tell me what you think. I know there's been some questions raised on my shorts, reels, or TikToks, and kind of going through them and addressing them while I kind of do the installation. It's kind of helped, kind of improved me, kind of, maybe kind of helped me think a little bit more outside the box. But for the most part, I think we got a well sorted kind of setup going on. But once again, thank you. Keep your eye out for